Hello my beautiful friends and welcome to Tailor Made Beauty by Kris. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Morphe Catch My Eye 6 brush eyeshadow set and doing this look. Let's see what we have in this box. It's a 6 brush collection and I own a handful of Morphe brushes already and think for the money that they're a really good value. And so I wanted to try this set out. I've got a party to go to later on tonight, so I am using one of my holiday favorites, which is the 2018 Too Faced Gingerbread Spice. Not this year's extra spicy. I like this palette. It's fun for holidays. So let's start with this M167. This is the oval shadow brush, and I am going to use it to do an all-over lid color. I'm using Powdered Sugar, which is the lightest matte in here. It's a little stiff. Okay, it's very stiff, but it does pick up a good amount of product and put it down. So let me just see if I can loosen it up a little bit. Let's try the other side. Nope, still stiff. So what this tells me is it will pick up a lot of product. So if you're really trying to intensify a color, this will be a good brush for that. I will say I'm kind of surprised at how well it's moving it around the shadow around my eyelid because it's so stiff. But I will say that the stiffness isn't my favorite. So first blush here on the 167, nah. But what I'm paying attention to and noticing, that fine edge might be really good for smudging lower lash line, in which case I would like it to be a little on the stiff side. So we'll save that, we'll check that out later. The next brush in the collection is this Duo Deluxe Crease brush. And this is really interesting. All right, so the dark bristles are short and the white ones are long, and hence it's a duo. I have never ever seen a brush like this before, and I'm guessing that what it might do is if you wanted a subtle wash of color in your crease. Let's try it out. Let's go in with much used Gingerbread Latte, which is kind of my go-to crease color. So you can see it's picking it up a lot on the ends, and it feels kind of strange, as you would expect. Those long white ones are really soft, and then but I can also feel the tips of the dark ones, which are kind of firm. But I like how that laid down the crease color. That's nice. It keeps it right there where I put it without it going all over the place. So if you were looking for a brush that will do crease color without making it go all over, this might be a good one for you. And of course, as it always is, my second eye comes out so much darker than my first. All right, I liked that for crease. Next on the hit parade is the 433 Pro Firm Blending Brush. A blending fluff brush. I should go in the center. There we go. So that's a little fluffier. And you can use it for, blending out, softening out that already softened crease. what I'm going to use it for, what am I going to use it for? Let's put down, you know what, I'm going to save this brush. I'm going to come back to that. I am going to go in with the 547, the pencil crease brush. So it feels medium density, it comes to a blunt point. And I am going to go in with kind of a medium color. What medium color will that be? I am going to try the gingerbread. And now I'm going on the top bit of my crease and pulling it down to my lash line. That picked up a ton of color. Okay. Wow, that really picked up a ton of color. So let's get the other side done. And then we'll blend it out and see how it looks. All right, I will say, so let's now go in with this M330. I think this is actually a Morphe brush that I already own. But it's a, yeah, that's a nice blending brush. I will say that it feels a little less dense than some of my other blending brushes. So it's very soft, but I feel like it's moving the shadow around nicely, right? Okay. All right, I like that. So now I'm going back in with that same brush. I'm just desperately looking around for something to wipe this off on. I'm gonna go in with the matte orange, which is Hot Toddy. No, sorry, Spice is Nice. And I'm just going above the gingerbread and outside down to the lash line. And this, I am really liking how this brush is putting down the eyeshadow. And wow, okay, that is a boatload of color. Let's blend, 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 blend. All right. Wow, that's pretty intense. That's a little more in your face than I wanted to go. So what I'm going to do is go back to that Duo Crease brush, and I am going to go into both the powdered sugar and pick up a little bit of that Spice is Nice, and then back into powdered sugar. There we go. And go over that edge, and you see how that, wow, look at what a huge difference that made. Big, big difference. So let's do the same thing. There we go. That really toned that down. I'm going to go back in with that M330 blending brush. But now I will say that toned it down, yes. Made it a little muddy, yes. So without picking up any more eyeshadow, just what was left on this pencil brush, going back in now, behind the crease, and I think that's a little bit more mission accomplished. Blend again. So it brought back some of that beautiful color without making it absolutely scream in your face. All right, I said I was going to come back to this, the M33, and I'm doing that now. And I want to do my lid, and I think I'm going to go in with, Warm and Toasty. It's this shimmery gold color. And starting in the middle of my lid and then coming to the center. And I will say, you know what? Normally for metallics, I go in with my finger, but for a brush, this is doing a very nice job. And see, I'm really working the eyeshadow into the brush, so it picks up quite a lot. So it's got something to put down. Yes, job well done. That is a nice brush. Okay. I'm feeling a bit like the crease disappeared, and I'd like that to come back a bit. So there is this M321. They call this a bullet crease brush. It comes to a bit of a point, so I'm going back in with that gingerbread latte that was the crease and just putting it back in there right above that Warm and Toasty I just put on and below the Spice is Nice. And this brush feels like I would expect it. It's pretty dense without being too firm. You can see that it really did put that color right where I wanted it. And now we'll go back and blend. And because this is a holiday party, I'd like to give a little drama on the outside. And I'm debating, I'm going to try the Figgy Pudding, which is the matte purple, picking some up. And now this is that 167. This is the that shadow, oval shadow brush that I said was kind of firm. And I'm just putting it out here. And then I'm going to bring it under my lower lashes. And yes, let's definitely blend that. Well, I will say that I do like that that 167 brush for detail work. The firmness really is a benefit there because you can really control where the color is going and how much you're putting down. The stiffness is a benefit there where I didn't like it for the all over. So I think the only thing I would like to do now is go back to that bullet crease brush, wipe it off a bit. There really isn't a brush in this set for doing highlight. So I'm going to go into Spiked Eggnog to do a brow highlight. And yes, the tip on this is fine enough that you can do that. Let's see about the inner corner. Yep, if you're careful and gentle and really just using the tip of this brush, you can get the job done. All right, I'll be right back. And here's the final look today. And also my thoughts on this Morphe brush set. So it retails for $36 I got it on sale at Ulta for $19. It's okay. There are clearly some brushes that I liked. I like the 330, right? I already own that one. It's good for blending. I was really intrigued by this Duo Crease one. It's kind of gimmicky, but I also kind of liked it. You know, there was this 167, this oval shader, I felt like I had to make it work for something, which is not something I look for in brushes. The two smaller crease brushes, you know what, picked up a lot of pigment. I could get the job done with these. And then there was the fluffy, what do they call this thing? The blending fluff brush. I was really hoping for a set of brushes that I could travel easily with. You know, for me, a Morphe brush, if I forget one in a hotel room, it's not the end of the world. It's not something I want to do with some of my more expensive brush sets. It gets me close, but not quite. If you're brand new to makeup, I don't think I would recommend this brush set if you're brand new to makeup. I think just because there are so many of these brushes that require you to kind of tweak how you're using them. They're not straightforward. They won't easily let you do kind of a basic makeup look. And if you start playing with makeup, because really that's what makeup is for, especially when you're new to makeup, play with it. It's fun. It washes off if you don't like it. So I would say, you know, if you're kind of intermediate to advanced makeup user, it's a good set, not a great set. Okay, there are my thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm here every Monday and Thursday. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and have a really fantastic day.